Well, sometimes peace comes at a heavy price, being able to put a haunted past behind you and move on with your life.
And murder in the mid-90s in Boyd County made one man feel just like Eastern Kentucky was no longer his home, and it caused him to move away. And decades later, the wounds are being reopened because of a change by the Kentucky Parole Board. It could mean that the person convicted in this case could go free.
News Channel 3's Kelsey Soto talked with his family, who says they'll never stop fighting for justice.
His family needs him back. We've got to have him back.
For 33 long, painstaking days, Toney's family wondered where he was and what happened to him. In July of 1994, he was last seen cashing a check at a Foodland in Ashland, but disappeared. His family and police with a gut feeling that something was seriously wrong.
We consider they might be tied to a tree or bound and gagged or so forth. You have to stop and think about what physical condition he would be in right now.
Weeks later, police arrested a suspect in Michigan who eventually confessed to killing Tom and drew a map of where to find his body.
Convicted felon Roy Stanley Pierce was a Boyd County parolee with a criminal record including assault, dealing with dangerous drugs, a laundry list of traffic and misdemeanor charges, and several deadly weapons offenses.
In December of '94, Pierce was convicted of robbery and murder, sentenced to life in prison with a possibility of parole after 25 years. As part of his confession to police, capital punishment was taken off the table. Tom's wife, Rita, sharing her thoughts with WSAZ when that happened.
I was never one to believe in the death penalty. Only God has that right. This man didn't have that right.
Fast forward 25 years later to November of 2020. At 60 years old, the Kentucky Parole Board told Roy Pierce he would have to serve out his sentence. But a new directive from the agency says Pierce and 45 other inmates serving life sentences may get a second chance at freedom.
That destroys lives.
Tom's son David now lives in Tennessee. He gathered thousands of signatures from all over to present to the parole board, explaining why Pierce should remain behind bars.
They went through the parole process and it was denied. And there's reasons why it was denied.
This recent retroactive change in the procedure means that those who were told to serve out their sentence at the first parole hearing will now get another hearing. David says this is a matter of community safety, which could be in jeopardy.
If he did get paroled, nobody knows where he's going. He could wind up somebody's next door neighbor.
David tells me the parole hearing was stressful and traumatic for his entire family, reliving that horrible experience, and now possibly forced to do it all over again.
It's taken a lot of years to get to where I am right now. Forgiveness isn't there yet, but the seething hatred, it's not there either. So it's a process.
Kelsey Soto, WSAZ, News Channel 3, Ashland.
Now, David is planning a rally next month at a church in Ashland. He's hoping to bring attention to this issue and shine a light on the cause, giving other families a chance to share their stories.
There are many of them. We have a link for their petition. It's on change.org, but you can read more about it right now on WSAZ.com.